Thank you. I can never get this. Hey everybody, welcome to Wine Wednesday. It is Damon Johnson of DJ Realty Solutions. As you can see, I'm being sponsored by Community First Home Mortgage. I think this may be my sponsor for the rest of the year. We'll see, at least for the school year. You know I'm having trouble always. Facebook is always lagging behind on my live. Maybe I'll start watching my live from Twitter. I love my Twitter peeps. You know I love Twitter. But a lot of my local following is on Facebook, so I have to give you what you want. Oh, I like this color on camera. I didn't know I was gonna like it like that. And y'all, I'm not wrinkled. I had to spend the night at my sister's house because of the power issue, and I didn't know that people felt so strongly about the utility companies. Let me pour a drink first, and then I can tell you about my feelings about the companies that y'all seem to love giving y'all money to blindly. So tonight, Canada Dry, y'all need to sponsor me. I know y'all right across the river, but I had my sister try the ginger ale raspberry lemon last night. She loved it. Goes very, very well with this Ciroc Passion. Here we go. I needed this drink. You know how sometimes I think I say that every week, y'all. I needed this drink. Trip, do I say that every week? Okay. So I don't feel so bad no more. I needed this. Oof, it's been one of them weeks, y'all. Like I don't know, but I'm gonna give it to him this week because I wasn't upset. I don't think until the bullies jumped on. But let me start off saying I appreciate electricity like never before. I know that we pay for it, but we often take it for granted. God knows I do. Who has time to sit back and smell the roses because you're busy working and driving and doing whatever? And we are very, very, very dependent on electricity like no other. So when your lights usually go out, and they go out every now and again around here, usually DTE is on it. You'll see the trucks, or you'll get alerts. Your neighbor will be like, "Oh, I put a complaint in," or how report the outage or whatever. And we did that. The storm where I was at in Sterling Heights wasn't that bad. It may have lasted like 10 or 15 minutes, and then the closer I got to my house, I could tell that we got a little bit worse in Oakland County than in Macomb. But no worries. So I go home and it's no power, it's no nothing. I'm not too worried at this point because it was early. It was like 7 o'clock. So I was thinking like, oh, I know the trucks will be out because they usually are out. So I was like, no biggie. Well, as the night drug on, um, the trucks never came. The alerts were very vague about what time the power was going to come back on. So I was like, oh no, it's going to be out overnight. But at that point, I didn't feel like packing. I said, well, I'll just shower and eat a quick sandwich or whatever. And then I know it'll be on in the morning. So here we go. So we get into day 2, and it's still the same thing. It's the alerts are vague. Nobody's really saying anything. Still no sign of no trucks. So I feel like I've contributed to social media in the last 10 years of being super positive. But being positive doesn't mean that you can't be let me take a sip of this while I get into this story, because I think I may need it. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think that being positive doesn't mean you to be a doormat at the same time. And I think people think that you have to be super crazy positive all the time, but you can still. I always say in my video, I'm a truth teller. If I messed up, I'm gonna admit to it. If they messed up, I want them to admit to it. So, and y'all may hear people talking background because they're still working, but the show goes on because Gary films with people working, so no biggie. So, I didn't want to waste any batteries or charge calling and complaining. So, you complain on Facebook or Twitter, companies usually respond. I wasn't expecting a response. I was just venting. and I think I said what the FDTE or something, and one guy came on to one guy who's a past client of mine, not gonna mention the name, you know who you are, came on and got to spouting about the positivity of DTE and yada yada yada, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? You can't, or you shouldn't be on somebody else's page, basically expressing yourself and telling me how I'm supposed to feel. I don't go on people's pages telling them how they should feel and what they should do. That's why that you can have your own page to do that on. And guess what? I had time that day. So I was like, I respond, what to call it, not even a clap back, just like a response. I'm not gonna let you just come on my page. That's being an internet bully. I'm just not gonna stand for it. But I'll get to the bullies in a minute. So with DTE, it's the monopoly here. Sometimes it's DTE, sometimes it's just consumers, but we have no other company to choose from for our electrical needs. It's not like the automobile companies or anything like that. We only have the one. It's not like your phone service or anything like that. We only have the one. So with having the one, as you know, you can't be late. You can't do whatever. They have gotten so strict in the last few years where they don't even late payment, they'll cut you off. If you read your bill, it says if you're late and you're trying to pay that day, you know, I used to run outside with the checkbook or whatever, they don't even want that payment. You will be cut off. So in the same vein as I'm paying my bill on time and my paying for my electric bill and my studio on time early, it's my responsibility because it's my house, my business. I have two bills. So I pay them on time, try to pay them early. I'm expecting service. I'm not saying that it can't storm or it can't, power won't go down, but I just didn't see any trucks out. And I thought that was a huge problem. My business is based on real estate and social media. So those two things require electricity. So when I didn't have those two things, I was like, okay, what do I do now? Clients sometimes understand that, you know, you don't have any power. Yeah, and I would, like Gary would say, go to Starbucks or go here, go whatever is power. Don't have a problem with, you know, working. It just caught me off guard of that it would be out for a number of days. So I expressed my opinion. This is America. We allowed to do it. Hey Pam, how are you? Glad your power's back on. Um, I'm allowed to do that. I don't think I was being crazy negative or downing them or doing whatever. I just was like, get it together. Like, if you were working on it, tell us you're working on it. You can't tell people your stuff is going to be back on in 4 days and to be safe. What does that mean? They didn't talk about, you know, a voucher or a coupon, a discount, or nothing. If they can keep track of who's using of your energy usage, you can keep track of what addresses are out. That's bullshit. You cannot just say, oh, everybody's out. We'll get you on whenever we feel like it. It's been dry and warm these last couple of days. I'm expecting them to, do your job. Do your job. Do what we're paying y'all to do. If you're short-staffed, what have you, call out. One message was saying, oh, if we need help, we'll call other states, whatever, which they do sometimes. Well, or other cities, or however they call out for help. You need to do that because it just was not a good look. And thank goodness I have family and friends who were like, you know, we got power. You need to come over here, wash, shower, sleep, eat. Damon, we got you. So I just was like, a thing. You know, you're all complaining together, and it's not a complaint. It's like a common sense, common knowledge thing. Like, we don't like this company, or I'm sick of paying that, or I'm sick of doing this. But I just was stating how I felt. You don't have to be in agreement with me. You don't have to be in disagreement with me. You can be in both. There's no right or wrong here. But keep that shit to yourself. If y'all didn't know, I don't do bullies. When I taught high school, I told my class, if only one bully in here, that's me. I don't like bullies. I don't tolerate that. If you gonna whoop my ass, and let's get it over with. If you not, zip it and shut up, because I just don't do the bullies. Now, off of DTE, because I think my power's back on. Let's see. On to the bullies. Now, I should say I was a bully. I was a little mean in high school. I'll go with it. But I know I've been bullied. I'm sure I've done some bullying as I've gotten older. I just can't stand it. Who are you to bully somebody? And this is such thing as an internet bully. And I think that these people thought, it was 3 of them. Y'all know who you are. We all used to work together at the big mortgage company. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to give you that much attention, that much space. But you know who you are. I know shit about all 3 of y'all. Now, if y'all want to go there, we can go there and get into some gangster shit. Because I know enough to ruin lives and livelihoods. Try Jesus, don't try me. I'm not the one. You will get Pontiac Damon. You won't get DJ Realty Solutions. You won't get Damon Inc. You'll get Pontiac Damon. I'll pull up. You know where I'm at. You pull up. But what you're not going to do is come on my page about, oh, yeah, way to keep it positive, blah, 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 blah. I say it on there because I ain't no scary person. I said, well, you don't come on my page when I have a closing. You don't come on my page when I'm at an NFT event. You don't come on my page when I'm speaking at a lunch and learn. You don't come on my page when I'm boosting out small business. You don't come on my page when I'm giving out gift cards. So keep that same damn energy and stay off my page. So now you're blocked. So you're watching it through somebody else's page. And this is just fair warning for the rest of y'all. I know shit about everybody. Like we all know stuff about everybody. This town, these counties are very small. The real estate mortgage business is this big. Try Jesus, don't try me. I don't bother nobody. My name don't be in no mess no more. Let's keep it that way. But if y'all want to go there, we can go there. Because a lot of y'all got happy, so-called happy homes. I'm single. Watch yourself. Be very careful who you get in the mud with. Because, bitch, I like getting dirty. Don't try me. Do not. This mouth can be used for positivity, and it can be used for the other thing. Don't try me. I'm not the one or the two. Either you're going to whoop my ass or be quiet. That's it. Now on to back to the regularly scheduled program. Because you know, Trip, I was like, the unmitigated gall of you to come on my page because I said something about DTE. People complain about Comcast, these cities around people. Its page is dedicated to Ferndale being bad and Detroit being bad. I work in Ferndale, be in Detroit all the time, have no problem with neither one of them. But I don't contribute to that. I use my platform to sell houses and boost out my social media business. I could go on and bandwagon, oh, Detroit is dangerous, and oh my God, Ferndale is too crowded, nowhere to park. But I choose to spend my time getting money. I'm just saying. And the one person who was on my page works at a company where they're not supposed to be on social media during the day. I'm telling you, try Jesus, don't try me. I'm not it. I'm not it. I don't bother nobody. I do my job. I try to help people get their houses and sell their houses. Windows have been cleaned. The yard has been done. The trees have been trimmed. The mulch has been done. Everything that you think that you have to come in and do, even the furnace filter has been changed, and the furnace has been vacuumed out. Anything that you're thinking you have to do when you move in a house has been done at this home. And I usually don't like when other realtors say this. It's not gonna last long. This one for sure isn't gonna last long. I already know what's gonna happen, and I'm pricing it to sell. It's under $200,000. Now you find when it's under 200,000 that looks like that's this clean and this ready to go. You won't be able to find one like that. It'll be over 200,000. So this one, it'll be ready to go. It's at 8440 Flamingo Street, Westland, Michigan. I'm uploading it. Now that I think I have power, I'm gonna upload it this weekend. Trip and I will go out and do pictures and video. We'll get it going. We even started, the seller even put in for the what you call that, the occupancy thing that Westland has. So he's already paid for that inspection. They come out and tell you what's wrong. I've never seen. Let me take a sip off this Monopoly. It's $200 for a sheet of paper. I'm in the wrong business. I need to be a city inspector. I really.
Bought the house. I bought it from a bank because it was foreclosed.
And they didn't get. They didn't do that.
I had to buy the CFO as the buyer.
Wow.
So the bank don't got to do it.
So when you bought the CFO, were they telling you this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong? Oh, you couldn't move in. Now, who was in charge of fixing that? You?
Yeah.
What did the bank say?
The bank had no obligation whatsoever.
And did you have a time frame for this?
Well, I bought the house, and then.
Oh, you bought it and couldn't move in. Right. So you were homeless, but you had a bill.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was funny that the bank didn't have to do the CFO, but I do as the seller.
Now, did your realtor at the time tell you this, know this, or what? Everybody got caught off guard? Like a fine print, like whoops.
I can't remember. It's so long ago, it was like 13 years ago. But I was surprised that they were like, "Oh my God, get this done, this done, this done."
The thing with it is, it's only a couple cities that do the occupancy now. Warren used to do it, but they don't do it anymore. I think they do it for rentals. And it was Warren, it was Royal Oak, Westland, Livonia, and Dearborn. I sold one. No, we were buying. No, yeah. We're selling it in Dearborn, and I don't know if it's because of wintertime or what. I really needed that deal. I needed the money at the time. I mean, we need money all the time. And you know how you end up fighting for a deal harder than the other side is fighting for it. We were the buyers, and you know who you are selling. They're super popular. You know what firm you work with. I end up having to do almost both sides of the transaction, and it got done, but the guy came out trying to get the schedule. That's why when we got a schedule for Westland, I was surprised they said yes right away. When I did it in Dearborn when I was selling, it took forever. And when you call the department that schedules it, you call sometimes to the city and they act like they don't know what the hell are you talking about. Like, we may have the wording wrong, and they know what you're calling for. We don't do this every day because not all cities have it. So I remember calling, and the lady was like, "What?" I was like, "Girl, you know what I'm calling for. I don't know what you exactly call it. City inspection, come out, blah, 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 whatever." It was just like, I don't know. It was a thing. It got done, and it was just, they found like it was a board. The latch to go under for the crawl space needed a latch. Y'all, I knew no handyman contractors over in Dearborn at the time. And it was like, it's the day of the winter, like that January part where Christmas is over, and it was that part of the year. It was like this. It wasn't no good spirits left. But I don't know how, I can't remember who did it. It ended up getting done. It was just like, my God, I was like, lesson learned. But it's the biggest racket you've ever wanted to see. A city inspection, like, what? So for this home, new buyer, we've started it for you. My contractor will take a look at it. We'll try to knock, whatever they find, we're gonna knock out anyway, because they're gonna say something. They're not gonna come in and say zero, because guess who? They gotta get a check too. They have to justify the $200 Was it one sheet of paper or at least two?
As far as like what needs to get done.
No. When you the I need this done, is it one sheet or is it that you had to fill out to turn into pay?
I just had to go to like the office to give them the money, and then they sent it.
Who has $200 to be thrown around in this economy? No one. Just saying. And then you got somebody has to be there. What? What if we had 9 to 5? Then what? You got to take off. Imagine telling your supervisor, "Hey, I'm selling my house, but I need a day off to sit with the supervisor." And you know they're gonna come at the last minute, right? Either they're gonna come right at the beginning or at the end. It's a thing. I don't know. I'm getting through it. The good news is that we know that it's happened. I think that sometimes when you don't know what's going on or what's required, it gives way more headaches. So I'm just grateful that we know we need to do it, and here we are, and it didn't catch anybody by surprise. We're doing no, Community First on Mortgage is putting on a lunch and learn October 4th right here. Where are we at, Laura? Right here in Sterling Heights. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be realtors are going to talk. I know a great title rep is coming to talk. I know that DJ Realty is doing the social media piece. I'm not even doing the real estate piece. I don't know if I should be excited or offended. I don't know which one. I don't know which one I should be. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so that flyer will be coming out. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna work on my presentation. I'm gonna try to tailor it down to 3 points, some action items, because as Bean Trip will talk about the one presentation, we know what not to do. I know what you don't want to see. The dead dog, the poop bag. I know what you don't want to see. So I'm gonna give specific takeaways that you can do right at your seat, right in your car, or right when you get home, that you can see immediate results from. That's what I think a lot of times you go to these presentations and lunch and learns and whatever. I've been to enough of them where I'm like, do you even do this? Do you? Somebody that showed me their nameless, do you know? Let me take a sip of this trip. When I tell you this, you're going to scream. A company hired a guy to do a TikTok lunch and learn. He doesn't have a TikTok. He did TikTok with like 2 videos. I was like this. And I typed in the name. I was like, oh, I missed it, but I was like, oh, I bet you you'd be like, oh, I bet you his page is fire. I looked and was like this. He had 2 TikToks. And this was like from a year or so ago. Who didn't research this? Your marketing team needed a stern talking to. Whoever was in charge of that didn't do deep dive, didn't even bother to look. I was in shock. Like, what? Who? Whatever. But when you hire these people to come speak, make sure that they do what they say that you're paying them to do. Make sure that they are actively engaged. What Gary say, practitioners of what they saying they do. I'm just saying. A lot of y'all won't hire me, but you will hire Tammy, who ain't never posted a day in her life. I'm just saying. I don't get it. I try not to even try to understand it. I'm over it. But the lunch and learn will be great. Drum roll up. I don't have my machine. It's being catered by a sister by Cooking with Q. Baby, I think that's what I'm waiting on because I'm picking the menu. I want the steak bites. I might want the corn fritters. Ooh, I think I want the corn fritters. Steak bites, corn fritters, mac and cheese. Of course, this ain't gonna be a healthy meal, Jesus. Is the corn fritters healthy? Kinda. They're in the middle. So corn fritters, mac and cheese. Is that too many carbs? Oh, that's all right. Corn fritters, mac and cheese, steak bites, shrimp. I don't know. Maybe do some fruit kebabs. I don't know. I'll let her pick that part of it out. but I want them corn fritters. And I don't think the corn fritters on the menu, so it's only going to be able to get them as cater. I think it's on the cater menu, but I don't think it's on the everyday menu. Don't kill me, sister. It might be. I want to don't go check yourself. I don't want to say it's not on there, but I haven't had the corn fritter yet. But that's what I want. But I went for her birthday. I had the mac and cheese. They put shrimp on top. My God! And then that leek burger. That leek burger made me give mac and cheese the run for his money for a favorite item. That leek burger with that extra smoke sauce, y'all. That girl put her foot in that. Oh my God! And sorry for having you cook on your birthday, but she said she wanted to make mine, so I'm saying. Or it might have been Boo, or it might have been Amber. I know it was one of them three that did it. It was chef's kiss, wonderful. So October 4th. We'll be right here at, I have to turn around, y'all, at Community First Home Mortgage for the Lunch and Learn. I think it's going to be 12 will be food, 1 will be presentation. I think each person has like 10, 15 minutes. Then we're going to get y'all out of the door because you know I don't like long meetings. It just as a no-no. I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be very, very good. Closings. When you are getting ready to close, please do not go buy a car. If your lease is up, keep it. Let it be late. I know that doesn't sound like great advice. A lease tears your mortgage process apart, and here's why. I didn't know this. United taught me this. Thank you, Natalie Schmoon-Ryder, for teaching me this because I didn't know. A lease, when you turn a lease in, let's say you got a Cadillac truck, you were leasing it, and your lease is up. When you turn it in and you get a smaller Chevy or something, let's say you get a Malibu, or you don't get anything because you made up your mind yet. You like, I want to see my house is first. They just assume you getting a Cadillac truck or better. They're not assuming you going backwards. They are assuming you upgrade. You know, you go to the dealership and they talk you into getting the XT of your car you just had, or the XS or the LXS or whatever letters they want to throw on the end of it. That's what the dealerships do. They want you to get the newer model. I get it. But when you are going to when you're closing on your mortgage, on your loan, on your house, do not turn in your car lease. Do not hold it for a day or two. Pay that extra fee. Do not turn in that lease. I lost a deal behind that. They turned it in and it messed their stuff up. The deal fell apart and they did not blame me, but they blamed me. I'll leave it at that. And I was like, I told you don't go get no car. I didn't say it like that, but I was like, and I was on vacation at the time, thinking I'm coming back to a close and I'm coming back to no check. I was like, well, damn. Do not turn your lease in. Do not. Also, for your closing, could you bring a valid ID? You would not believe the number of closings I've had where people don't have their license or their birthday. It expired. They didn't go to the kiosk now. You don't even have to go into the Secretary of State. Go to the kiosk. I think it's at Meyer and it's a couple at CVS. You type in Secretary. Y'all got to learn how to use Google. Why don't y'all use Google like y'all should? You type in Secretary of State kiosk. It'll pop up Secretary of State kiosk near me. It will pop up and tell you where to go. That's nearest to you. And a lot of them are open later than the Secretary of State. My license is coming up due. I'm going to go to the kiosk. I am not going inside the Secretary of State this year. I'm not. Also, for your closing, do not take out a whole bunch of money talking about, as soon as we close, we're going on vacation. You what? Why did you take out more than $1,000? Matter of fact, don't take out nothing. Just make a peanut butter and jelly at your house, bring it to close. And do not take out money from your account. Don't do it. And don't deposit any either. And I always tell my clients, buyers and sellers, whatever you're going to do, let's call the loan officer, text, email the loan officer first before you take out or deposit any money into your account, your spouse's account, whoever account you're in or on that is on the loan. Don't touch them. before you talk to a professional. When in doubt, don't do it. Just don't. Also, for your closing, be on time. There's nothing worse than both title reps are at the closing, the lender, the real estate agent, and you're not there. And we're sitting there looking crazy, like, where's your client? It's only happened to me a few times, and I was embarrassed. It's embarrassing to be sitting there 15 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. And texting that you're going to be late is not an excuse either. That's just like, hurry up. You knew days in advance. This is the time. You know how traffic is around here. If it takes 15 minutes to get somewhere, it's going to take a half hour the day of closing just because you want it, to happen. Every time you're trying to get somewhere around here, it takes longer than, what you think it's going to be. Closing is meant to be a great experience. It's meant for you to get keys, get your check, shake hands, get your docs, realtors get their checks, and go to your new home. It's not meant to be a stressful thing. It's meant to be positive and relaxing and just a good time. And also for lenders, take a sip off this. This happened to me a few times. I'm taking a lot of sips tonight. The lender, you need to send a representative there. My lender knows, send somebody. Anything can happen at the close, and 2 docs could be missing, could throw it off. I've sat in on closes that weren't my own when I first started. Thank goodness I did. The realtor who's there, we have no control over the docs that are presented at closing. We haven't seen a lot of them. Usually, the closer is a contract closer who has picked up your folder for the day, the Smith file. They get to closing, they open it up. They have not seen any of your numbers. They don't know that you're supposed to get a check back from the EMD, that the borrower owes you $1,500, that Damon said he was going to pay for your appraisal. They know none of that. So I very much prefer, like however you want to word it, that a rep from the lender is there for the buyer. Now, the seller, you have to depend on your realtor to go through the docs with you. This is why I made the hi video. Everybody that gets a check from the loan should be able to explain their part of the loan to the client, consumer, buyer, or seller. I know realtors, you may think you're being a pest by asking your title rep to explain it to people, but I'm not expecting my clients to know how to do mortgages and how the loan process works. That's our job, guys. I had a seller who had moved out of state. We're doing a virtual close, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. I was on, shout out to Alicia Stanbaugh. Great job, sweetie. You knocked it out the park. I was really on them like, hey, I didn't have to be on Alicia, but I was keeping everybody in the loop like, hey, they're moving out of state on this date. They're going to be available this date, that time. Just so there were no surprises, that you know what the link looks like, you know where it's coming from. Because like when Zoom first started, didn't nobody know how to work that. Speaking of Zoom, Trick, where's Skype? What happened to Skype? Did we just fall out of love with Skype? No. Listen, be Hallmark, not Skype. Y'all, Hallmark just made cards, you young whippersnappers. Hallmark was a card company, and they made Christmas ornaments. They did not have a TV network, and now they're known for TV movies all year. Oh, wait, remember it used to be just Christmas. They was like, wait a minute, y'all like love stories and family stories all year round. Here we go. They have some Hallmark stores, but not like they used to. So it's great. I like for my buyer seller to have too much information, like a plethora of phone calls, emails as we get close to closing, just because I don't want to get there and then you missing a doc, or somebody didn't explain to you this fee or that fee, because I know that my team does a great job. I use the same closer, I use the same inspector. I only use a few title companies, and the title companies with an F, I use a few, they really know what they're doing and they're available when I call, text, email, like, hey, I know we're closing. Can you go over that with them one more time as a just in case? Because I don't think they were listening the first time. It happens. It's a lot of information that comes at you at once. I want everybody to be well informed of the process. Even if you work at a mortgage company, I don't want to just take for granted that you know how to close. I don't. I don't want that. I used to do that. Like, oh, they work with me. They know how to do this. No. Don't. You have to explain that, because I've sat in closings where I was like, damn, I should have explained that better. Like, ooh, I should have talked to them the night before. I should have asked them, what time is your bank open to go get the cashier's check? You know a lot of banks to open at 9. Or you walk in to get the cashier's check and the manager has the cash check, he will get it till 10. I'm like, uh-oh. That's why I try not to do a 9 o'clock closing, because the wire has not hit, the bank person, manager, supervisor has not punched in to do the cashier's check. So I try to do my closings 10 and after, and I usually try not to schedule them past 3 o'clock. Because when you schedule past 3, people tend to say, well, oh, we'll close in escrow and everybody will get whatever they need the next day. Nope. I try to do between 10 and 3. Nothing before, no closings after. That way, if something does go wrong, we need to reprint something that happens. I had docs printed in another language one time, and everybody was like, nobody speaks this. So how did this get done? In case somebody's name is spelled wrong, a middle name is left out, is anything can happen with the names, misspelled, reversed, whatever. I try to do the close between 10 and 3. That way you give yourself a window of time to get anything fixed that you need to, and everybody leaves the closing happy with keys, checks, balloons, champagne, wine, whatever it is you have coming to you that you get. Did I leave anything out? Lunch and Learn, the new listing. I'm really excited about this new listing, guys. I'm super duper excited. I am. It's at 8440. Not 80, 84, not 80, y'all. 8440 Flamingo Street, Westland, Michigan. It's under 200. It's so clean that the neighbors were walking past asking the contractor, how much is it? He was like, call him. He was like, I don't get in the prices. You call Damon Johnson. Take great care of you. Don't have my number, 248-818-8538. You can get a sneak peek probably Friday and Saturday morning. If you really want to go see it, let me know. I get you in, get you pre-approved with Community First Home Mortgage. You'll be good to go. I'm still offering, I think me and Marcus are offering $2,500 between your appraisal and your closing to help out. So take great advantage of that. So call us. Marcus 248-884-1604. I'm 248-818-8538. Get your pre-approved with Community First Home Mortgage. Get you in, close 15-20 days. You'll be in your house before Halloween, of course. So you have new trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood. Short show today. Short but informed. I want to get in, get out. Don't let people bully you. Stay on these companies, because if you can't be late, they can't either. Just saying. New listing, Lunch and Learn is October 4th. You'll start seeing those come up between myself and Community First Home Mortgage team. Jody Merlot is going to be the title rep who's going to present. And I forgot the company name of the two realtors. I'll be covering social media. And we're going to have a great time. Cooking with Q will be catering that day. So come ready to eat. Let's pack this place out. We want to have standing room only. I think if everybody brings 5 realtors, 2 loan officers, we'll have it. Looking forward to it. And I think that's it. Trip, did I miss anything? I got it. I think that's it. I'm going to rebroadcast this show. Excuse me, my ear was itching. And if your power isn't on, call DTE. Use the app. That's what it's there for. Use your car battery. Use this daylight while we have it. Charge your laptop. Charge your phone. That laptop stays charged for a while. I like that longer than my phone because the phone is smaller. But my laptop stayed charged a long time. I'm still running off that charge now. It stayed charged for a while. So use that. If you need anything, let me know. I don't mind unbullying the bullies. We're gonna unbully them. Because nobody deserves to be bullied. We've all been through enough. It's not cool. I'm not gonna stand for it. It's just not gonna happen. Being positive, guys, does not mean being a doormat for people. Let's not get the two confused. We all have feelings. We all have concerns. We all have issues that we want to get handled. You do not have to get bullied into being a positive, because that's not what positive means. It being a doormat. That's not it. Not it. So I know I had a little language at the beginning, but I'm passionate about that. What you're passionate about just comes out, and I'm just not here for that. I'm just not. I will block people. I tell people they're like, I don't like the internet. I said, no. Social's meant to have fun. Block them people. Block them. I do. I block them from every platform that I'm on. Like block. I'm not gonna let you do it. So enjoy social media. Let's enjoy it together. Let's keep building each other up, supporting our businesses, supporting our 9-to-5s, supporting your kids at events. Sports is coming up. Anything, let's get to it. Let's have some fun doing it, because we're already going through enough. We only have each other to lean on. So let's be supportive of each other and say no to bullying. And as always, here's something that your open house will close. So bye, everybody. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it.